Hello guys, Scorpion Hardcore here once more. We are together to see what is Binance up next. So today we're gonna be participating on the NFT talk, which is gonna be on Telegram and YouTube. So there's like 4 minutes to go. Uh, Before that, I was going to show here something about TKO, which was a coin that I believe it a little bit more than what is actually delivering here. So it's not bad at all. It's just that it's going down for any reason here, probably because of this bearish market, but a lot of volume here. So I think it was a good buy opportunity here. So yes, I'm looking forward to see this coin going up, but normally these coins, they need some time, and when they pump hard. So maybe even cancel this one here so it can really pump up. So the next zones here will be like here and here, and we have a resistance here right now. You can even check it worked. It's fantastic how support and resistance works wonders on crypto. It doesn't work that good on stock market as it does on crypto, at least on my perspective, you know. So um, yeah, I really expected it mostly go down here. 2.1 would be already a huge drop, like 24% more. It could go down there, but let's see. Maybe it respects this uptrend here line. I don't know. Let's see how this TKO behaves on the next hours. So maybe if it breaks the 2.7 resistance here, we're gonna see an uptrend after that. So we need a confirmation here. And if it goes down here and it breaks this support zone here, it's probably, not probably, but it could go lower. So we are starting here with the NFT innovation thing. So I'm just put here on the audio, and I'm gonna do a highlight here of TKO. Okay, guys. So thanks for coming. Subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be,
We are kind of at the hype curve. Where are we on the hype
Mm,
curve with
yeah.
NFTs? And I think the last 2 months went really fast up the hype curve,
Mhm.
maybe faster than something else normally would. But why don't you talk a little bit about where we are with NFTs right now?
Sure. So I'd say in the overall adoption curve, we're extremely early, like in terms of how the potential of the technology and the actual users, like the
Mhm.
ratio is completely different. Would I say that like where we are exactly on the hype curve of NFTs itself? It's really hard to say because like nobody can really predict that. But what I will say is
Mhm.
that what we're predicting is we're going to go through this 80-20 to 20-80 shift of right now, people who are buying NFTs that are interesting ones, like I think the Logan Paul one was mentioned, the one we're doing with Louis Capaldi that's coming out soon. Um, these ones, it's mostly the people who are buying them are people who understand cryptocurrency already. So I'd say like
Mhm.
80% of the group, and then 20% are new entrants. Like I think Top Shot, started very slow in its initial months, but all of a sudden it gained this massive amount of traction and people were really really excited about it. They understood the value, they understood the concept. So I think that in a micro way is going to be what affects the macro market. So when
Mhm.
we're talking, Liz, when we talk again in a year from now, I hope to see that it's 2080. Like we're getting new people who are entering in. Like people it was really foreign to buy a device like an iPad as part of their life, and now it's almost everybody has one. I think that's going to be the kind of concept with NFTs, that it's just like acceptable technology that everyone has.
And maybe
sports and music are two of the major pillars of our platform. So we just recently launched, made an announcement that we were partnering with Liga MX, which is one of the largest football leagues, and we're super happy to start making a very gamified platform with them relating to their players, teams, and at a league level. So really exciting times for sports. I think Top Shot really represents a product that is very much based around nostalgia. So you have a moment of it in time that you spent with a player that you were watching. But I think there's so much more potential for different things relating to sports. What's happening during a game? Can you imagine getting airdropped an NFT of each play that's happening during a game, right? These are kind of really exciting models that we're playing with to really turn into, make this really an exciting like integration point for sports. The other part of it is music. So we have a massive list of signed artists that we're working with on various projects. And one of the ones that's really exciting for us is the one that's coming out today is the drop with Currency. So Currency is making one of the first, if not the first, full NFT released album. So you can buy a 7-track version of it today, and each one of the album that you buy, each one of the tracks is actually its own NFT. It's a full song. It's the only place that it will be released. It'll have unique art per each one, and it's being released today. So it comes with all types of perks relating to his album and what he's doing. So I think the space for music is endless. So thinking about back catalog, thinking about future releases, this is a next generation of a fan club for a musician, for sure. Yeah, I think it's good to set the context of the whole music space right now. And I'm really thankful for Pelican, who actually released the first ever NFT album in this model. And he's been one of the ones. He's a really famous YouTuber and has been releasing music for over 15 years. What the process with music right now is, it's extremely difficult to get paid as an artist for what you do, because the actual listening of the music itself and the song of it is very much a commodity. Like, you can go on YouTube, you can search it, you can find it, even if it's not uploaded by the artist, it's there. It's on Spotify, listen to for almost for free, right? So the listening part of it isn't the aspect. What we're targeting with an NFT is really somebody who would buy vinyl for that artist. So they might never listen to that record, right? But they have it on their wall. For us, it's the same thing. That NFT might be enhanced with a track or with music or some visual piece. But realistically, it's really making connective tissue between the artist and the fan. That's what we're really excited about.
You know, speaking from me personally, my house is full of collectors. I've got kids that collect vintage video games. My husband collects albums and books. And, you know, I can see with the music space, especially, bringing in a whole new audience of people that might not be interested or might never even heard of cryptocurrencies in the past. So I just want to pause and tell the audience that we are taking questions. So if you have any questions from Brandon, please send them in through the chat. Let's talk about the sale of Beeple's art and inflated expectations. Do you think that we're just getting started with pieces of art that could sell for $69.3 million, or, you know, with people? Like, where are we on price expectations for art?
Right. So it's really, that's super hard to say, but I will say this, right? I think it's going to go wide rather than tall. That makes sense. Like, will we next week, will we have 169, and then will we have 269? I don't know if this is like the progression of the top, where that is. I think it can easily be beaten, right, with the right type of product. But I don't think that you should use that as an indicator and we escalate from there. I think what's way more attractive is, how do we create these fun experiences that multiple fans can enjoy, not just a single wealthy auction winner, which I love you guys, by the way. I'm also I also participate in a lot of auctions too for arts I like. But I want to just be clear, like, this should be a more like a community experience too, right? That's I think that's more impressive to us, that we can get a wider group that's brought into a fandom, meaning that we don't treat the NFTs at the lowest dollar either. I don't think that's the right answer, or just give everything for free always. That's not the answer either. But there is a healthy mix of making sure there's fair compensation, but using this really like Web3. Like for us, this is like really finally we see Web3 coming in and being a major part of, the mainstream adoption. It's really through NFT.
Mm-hmm. So what has been the most, for Bondley's perspective, what has been the most, popular NFT you've launched, and why do you think that is?
So yeah, so I think it's one of the things that we haven't other ones we talked about. So we did one with Logan Paul, Tory Lanez. We had many
Mm-hmm.
like celebrity related, music related drops. But I think one I would want to talk about is Polka Pets. So Polka Pets is something that's not our brand. It's another brand that did it, but we're supporting with from a technology standpoint at a very heavy level to make sure it's a success. Why it's great is we are tapping into nostalgia like we talked about, but it's more along this kind of nostalgia of the
Like a
Monster
Pokemon card.
Collectibles game. Yeah.
Pokemon
So
card.
we have a collector in this house too, me, definitely.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no, I think the beauty of that of Monsters Collectibles game is like you can create these teams of things you like, and then that aspect of like finding all of them and getting them on your team. Like there's all these
Mhm.
really great elements of a game like that. But what we've done is like, how do you compete with Pokemon? You can't really, right?
Right.
What you do instead is every one of the monsters in our game is actually another project on Polkadot, some of which are listed on Binance now. And that way, each of the projects are all working together for a marketing push to present their monsters. Like Bonley has 3 monsters in the game too, and
Mhm.
yeah, some of the other projects do as well. And I think it really does make this sort of universal appeal that you can like. I'm already seeing like lots of trading, lots of new mechanics, and
Mhm.
we're really excited that this is basically the revenue from this game from the NFTs is going directly into the game development. So
Mm.
that's the really exciting part. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess if you could talk a little bit about what people should look for when they're going to invest in an NFT, what
hmm
would be something that is good to invest in versus something that's bad to invest in? And I don't want you to give specific investment advice here, but like what should people watch out for, I
Yeah, so
guess, when they're
I'll just
buying
reframe the
NFTs?
question a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, what has been key value drivers up to this point, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely nostalgia factors. I think it's community support. So like, what gives anything value, right? It's the
Right.
fact that you have eyeballs, you have people, you have hearts